Hello everyone and welcome to my newest Sims build video. In this video I am building a cabin in the mountains, in the German mountains. It's an alpine cabin. Now I actually recorded this video before my last, but I was pretty sick at the time I was recording this and it took me forever to edit it. And I knew I wanted the other video up on Christmas, so I figured why not switch the schedule and actually upload this on New Year's Eve, because this one is actually not entirely Christmas themed, it's more so winter themed. It's a cabin in the Alps and it's gonna be beautiful in winter, but it's not necessarily Christmas or even entirely just winter. You can go there in the spring too. And what I really wanted was for this to actually feel like it is in the Alps. Now that's hard because we don't really have a mountain region aside from the Mount Camerumi world, but this was supposed to look more European. So I actually picked the most mountainous lot I could find, which was the witch hut thingy in Henfon am Bergli, and that's where I built this cabin. I tried to be as traditionally German as I could. We don't have that many German aesthetic things, like the get-together pack came in clutch, because that is roughly Central European themed with a lot of German influences. But other than that, it's looking a little rough, but I did my best. Now with a lot of these cabins, what they actually are is old homes, old family homes, so they're not necessarily super big. Back in 1800 something, a family used to live there, but then they got renovated, and now it's a vacation home you can rent. And a lot of the time they are enough to house a family or a group of friends if they're willing to, sleep in bunk beds. And it's very much the traditional layout of having a kitchen next to the fireplace, oftentimes actually also a fireplace in the kitchen too, and the rest is kind of small, but big enough to live in. And I hope I achieved the vibes. If anybody of you ever spent some time in an alpine cabin, let me know how accurately I hit my target. It was definitely a lot of fun to build with this aesthetic, because it's not something I see a lot. Cabins in the woods, sure, even mountain cabins, yes, but mostly American. I think a lot of the time these creations are very American influenced, and to try to go for a more alpine look was actually kind of fun. And it's a little unfortunate that I was so sick at the time that I had a hard time concentrating on the game and all that. I will probably revisit this build one day and just try to improve on it, maybe next year, when I have my full mind ready. But I still really like what I created, and also the Life and Death pack came in really handy here and there. And also the poolside kit, you'll see that later, spoiler for later, but it made, for the first time, it made a shower work that has never worked with any wall paint in the history of this game. Suddenly it does. Who would have known I used the poolside kit? Not me. Okay, so now that we have the shell, I want this to be kind of rustic. But I also wonder right now if we can have a window there, because sometimes they have these windows where you can put something through them. Service hatch? That sounds very industrial. We call it Durchreiche in German, and I cannot find a proper translation. Basically, it's a hole in the wall. Usually you can close it, like it has something like this there too. And you can reach through it to, get food out or in, or dishes out and in. And I think that's kind of cute. Cute and rustic. I just have to find one that I like. It's usually not like this. It's usually like a double window. Okay, which of these do I like? All of these have aspects I enjoy and aspects I don't enjoy. I like the hedge on this one the most. I like the size of this one the most. And it also comes closest in color. I like that this one has 2 doors. I think this one is out because it's just too different in color. The other 2 I can make work. And I think this one is too large. Okay. It's a little jank, this one, but what can you do? It's a nice way to open up a kitchen without having to open up a kitchen. And we're gonna ignore that this doesn't line up. It's just this way it worked better for the outside. And I prioritize looks. So, this is the living room area. This is the kitchen area. And this is kind of a hallway area. I want this to be pretty darn rustic. I currently have this as just like a residential lot, but you could also totally make this a vacation rental. It just works for both. They don't have any extra requirements. So I want a couch that works for this German alpine hut thing. And they're always really, really rustic and old-fashioned, so go with the green. This one is great. I need that somewhere. I'm gonna park it because I need that. I probably need several. Just putting a bunch of options here. This is kind of cool. I want a really old and dingy television. Because these, like, if it's a vacation rental, these kinds of alpine huts sometimes have these really old and dingy TVs. Because it's not really about that. You're not going there to watch a lot of TV. So they're not really investing in this. I'm just making heavy use of the get-together pack, unsurprisingly. I just have a whole lot of good German aesthetic stuff. Again, unsurprisingly. The new event items are kind of cute. Obviously, if we're making a German hat, we need some garden gnomes. Kind of no-brainer. It's kind of cute already. It's very mishmash, but those huts often are, in a way. I don't think I want a ceiling light here. It's a little dark, but these are often very dark places. You're supposed to be outside and then warm up on the cozy inside with the fire and all that. And then a small lamp. Because again, I want to have more lights here, but no ceiling lights, no overhead lights. I want there to be a mirror too, like a going out checking mirror. But nothing overly fancy. Oh yeah, a coat rack, definitely. With the winter and all. And some magazines to read too. I feel like that's something that's often provided. Also board games are often provided. I wonder if I can add storage for that somewhere downstairs here, because it would be lovely. Like, they often provide like, board games and music and something to read for you if you want to make this a vacation rental. I'm just gonna place the board game thingies here. Maybe I can also place a board game table someplace here. And that's pretty. I want that somewhere too. I have a huge pile of things I want to use somewhere and have nowhere to put them right now. But that's for future me to find out. I like too many things right now. It's becoming a problem. I think I'll just stay with the one I picked first. It's behind glass, which is the thing that made me go, at first. I can still make the board games visible, you can still see them. And then we also need to add music. That's kind of cool. I also want to use the new hot cocoa tray. So I wonder if I can have that both here. Hot cocoa could also go into the kitchen. Kind of like the idea of having it in the room where you also would do the playing the games, the listening to the music, the sitting by the fire, because it's a group activity of sorts. Maybe some other color than green. Actually, maybe the cream. Before I decide if this goes downstairs, upstairs, or no stairs, I need to have the game table, I think. Before I have the game table, I need to have railings on the stairs so that nobody dies. Doopy-doopy-doo. I like that railing. We have used it outside. Oh yeah, I had it upstairs already, so yeah, no brainer then. Kind of forgot. Ooh! And a retro gaming console next to a retro television. So nice. Oh, and in the retro gray. Perfect. This would also not be bad. Some activities to do together. I realize I'm thinking rental property. Vacation rental property the entire time. I can't currently set it as one because I had my sim move in here. But I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it a rental property. I have to make my sim move out quickly so I don't forget. Okay, all settled. Vacation rental, let's go. It just makes more sense as a rental. I don't know where to place that, but I know I want that. It can go here or here, whichever makes more sense with the game table. I assume here, honestly. Oh, we should have decorations too. I'm all over the place, but still. That's kind of good. Stuffed in the corner there. I want something there. Maybe some seating. Some seating to look out the window. I'm thinking an ottoman. Yeah, I like that there is something to sit there. Yeah. Yep, 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 yep. It's very dark, but I like that. This is also from the cozy event. And I don't want to make specifically a Christmas winter hut. But that being said, this would be kind of cool here. Nah, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Let's go move over to the kitchen. Okay. I'm thinking kitchen and then dining. Traditionally, a house like that would have like a sitting bench here, so I will see if I can fake something similar. The benches are kind of integral, but we'll see. If not, then not. Maybe we can use the rustic ranch one for once, or is it too ranch? I wish this kitchen had other swatches. I so wish. No double door fridge. That's not German. Okay, let's see about the seating. Too big. It's too big. It's all too big. No, it's all too big. What I'm looking for is something more like this, kind of. More like so. No. Okay, fine. So, I'm looking for the dried herbs because if you have like an alpine hut, there's always great herbs and you can always just dry them and it's always gonna be good. Granted, not chilies usually. Frankly, that's more realistic if I downsize it. You know what we definitely need though? A tea kettle for a nice herbal tea with the freshly picked herbs. But I think it would be something like this. Not a fancy tea kettle. Waffles would also be cool. But then you have like zero counter space. I'm making it work. I'm not, probably. So now we can have waffles. Oh, is this really shit? Yeah. No, it low-key is. Yeah. I can fix this. No, I can't. This looks more correct. Okay. We can get there. We can get there. We can get there. I'm so slow again. Oh, damn me. Oy, oy, oy. What I really like about these kettles in The Sims is that they're coffee and tea, so whatever you prefer to play like, it's accommodated with this. Potatoes. Oh, a bread box? A bread box is a must. A bread box is really, really a must. This is a classic one. Very 80s, and it's probably how long it's been in that kitchen too. So I think there should be a sort of centerpiece. That maybe? Is that too big? But it has a sort of winter flowers vibe that I actually really love. Why did I never use the centerpiece? Oh my god. It's too big, right? But I just want to use it, so I'm sizing it down. I'm forcing this game to my will, as usual. But I was thinking about pets, because I think it's a great place to bring a dog, maybe? Like, wouldn't a dog have so much fun on a trip like this? I think maybe we can have a blackboard on the wall or something. I at least find the idea kind of cute. I think this one. I'm gaslighting myself again to think that it's okay when it's really, really dark, just because the sim has no lighting options that fit the style I'm going for. Yeah, that one is actually better. You move over. It looks like you're gonna hurt yourself and also light your hair on fire. And maybe like this. With enough delusion, you can make everything work. I was thinking if we can have the cookbook. It doesn't need to be functional, to me at least. Because it's just another thing that enables you to start cooking, and you can already start cooking on the stove or the fridge, so there's plenty of options. I just like the idea of the item. I like the idea that you go to this place and it has some regional recipes. See, I think I want a plant there. I think there's a lack of plants. Okay, I think I made it a little bit brighter in here. It's a little less depressing. It's still cozy and lighting. Denial could only take me that far. But still looks warm somehow, like not just warm lighting, but it looks like it's warm in the room. Anyway, bathroom. Bathroom is kind of tough. We want something rustic, kind of old school. Nothing in here is supposed to look like it's been renovated in the past 10, 20 years. I actually think that floor is good with it. Not too uniform with the walls, but matching in color. Very good. Good. This is a larger bathroom than I thought. For some reason, I was building it. I saw the dimensions and I still thought it was gonna be smaller. Maybe we can have washing, and the downstairs bathroom has washing machines. That's kind of nice. It's kind of rustic. Is it too rustic for my liking? Could just use the white, but then it's kind of clashing with the toilet seat. What a sentence. What a thing to say, that your sink is clashing with your toilet seat. I think I still like the white one better just because it's less dirty and grimy. Man, I wish that had more swatches that are less grimy. And some sort of table in the middle, I guess. Or a counter. Because this counter combines the light wood and the white wood. It has gold accents instead of silver, but we're ignoring that because we can't have it all. No matter how much Freddie Mercury wants it all, we can't have it all. And now for the rest of the bathroom decoration. Key. Okay, I think I'm gonna do bathroom and hallway space later, and I'm gonna start with the first bedroom. For a vacation style home, I think I want to have one room that's kind of a parental room, and then one room that has multiple single beds. So that way it works as for like a family vacation, but you could also do this with friends. This is how I most often see vacation homes be laid out. It's like one room with a like double bed and one room with multiple beds. I love the wallpaper part of this with the little tree looking things. The rest of it, however, much too fancy for what we need. Way too fancy. I need just the wallpaper part for less fancy things. Okay, I think it's gonna be that. It's a tad bit boring, but it's the most fitting, I believe. So we can add a bed. Perfect with a skull. a cozy little winter skull. Reminding you that at all times you could freeze to death up there and nobody would notice. This could work though. Yeah, I kinda like it. Maybe that's better because it's slightly less irritatably large. So, um, there should be a wardrobe here too. It's a little short on space though. So maybe like a chest of drawers here. The floors are doing the weird skippy thing again. Nice. Okay, how about we move the door like here? It's not what I wanted, but it could mean that I have the space to put a wardrobe there. Kind of love the detail of the bedding going a little bit over the wood here. We need some place for the parents to, you know, retire to. Kid-free if it's a situation where you travel with children. I'm looking for the correct amount of dishevelment because I want this to be a very, you know, there's these kind of vacation homes where you go and you look at it and it looks from the outside so traditional and so true to how the locals would live, and then you go inside and it's this freshly renovated, basically chain hotel atmosphere, and I want it a little bit more shabby. I want this to be like it was a few years ago, and somebody's maybe not updating the curtains because the curtains are fine and not everything is matchy, and the person who decorated the room is just a local who owns this place and not the interior decorator of a chain that's getting paid a lot of money. So I want this to be slightly mismatched, but it should look like somebody actually tried to make it look good, you know? Like somebody tried, but it's maybe not the person with the best eye for decor and the most modern style. But they did their best. Now this is so dark I can't gaslight myself and pretending it's not just too dark. So I may need a ceiling light. I don't want to end the season with a new pack and 60% off. No! Go away! Jesus! Oh my god, is this ever gonna leave? No. What the hell? I have enough packs. I have enough packs. Okay, I think it calmed down. I think it's not angry at me anymore for not buying even more Sims packs than I already own. Seriously, I own too many. I can now pick a light again. Maybe. Now that looks cozy. I took a little break and I'm coming back to it now. And it looks cozy. I'm just imagining, like, if you're here, your sim is already moved into this and maybe they just place their shoes there. I'm just trying to design this like a hotel room, basically, like, what would you want in a room? Storage, right? Stuff to place things. I like the idea of this little menu item because I'd like to think that somebody, maybe not in this room, but I'd like to think that somebody wrote on this thing what local places there are, like restaurants to go to, places to visit, like just a little itinerary for the people who are using this as a vacation home. I've seen that sometimes in vacation homes and I quite like it. Like just a little, hey, if you don't know where to go yet, might we suggest these cool places, these cool hiking routes? So, yeah, that's an item I like. Okay. Now I'm gonna continue with the multi-bedroom slash kids room. I think it's gonna be made up for children, but in a way that it's also not off-putting for adults. Ooh, maybe the little bunnies. The bunnies? No, the little bunnies are wonderful. Can we fit 3 beds in here? Okay. That makes vastly more sense, and I think I'll do this for downstairs too, actually. Downstairs. For the bottom bunk, I mean. The downstairs bed. See, this is again, I would have loved it if the bed was this swatch and not the dirty, grimy one. Why? A castle. Oh, we can have it be the regular size without sizing it down. But I still want to size it up. Oh, that's really nice because like it has these things that they could have collected from the nearby mountains and stuff. Love that. That is a good picture, especially for like where you would play with the dolls. Like a little tea party. So, light? Why not? Or the kids' light? Don't even really know what that lamp looks like, honestly. Oh, it has a moon and a star. Oh, ew. Oh. No, I need to fix that. Oh, I'm sorry. No way. Yeah, that's good for the kids' room, I think. And one thing I really like to do is, as always, to give the dollhouse a little front area, front garden area, because they play with the dolls here too, and I like to use a rug or something to like mimic the garden. And in this case, I think I want to use this one. Okay. That's good for me for like a vacation home setting. So now the bathroom. I'm gonna copy some of the furniture. Now the kids' room is the only room with a different ceiling light, and I don't like that anymore, and the kids' room gets the same light too. Because at that point it seems too deliberate. I want to have a desk here, and maybe some art stuff. But what I really don't want to have here is a computer. I believe you bring your own computer if you want one, but it's not gonna be provided. Because it feels really, really weird to me to just, have a computer here. To just have a computer for everyone to use. Here's the general computer we keep here. Like, I've never seen that in a vacation home, so I don't want to place one. Bring your laptop, folks. Or go hiking. Go outside. I keep thinking I want a desk again like this. Like one with all these little shelves and drawers. As a kid, I had a Setzkasten. Don't know what that's called in English. Like, it used to be back in the day of hand letter pressing. They stored all the different letter bits in. So the literal translation would be that it's a printing box, printing shelf. Nowadays, or like in my childhood, you would use it to store little trinkets. And I love those things. Eric had one. I don't know if kids still have them. If not, they should have. Kids have so many trinkets. Actually, adults should have more trinkets. That's my thing. That's my stance. My stance for 2025 is gonna be adults should have more trinkets that they can put in a Setzkasten. That fits. This one fits the vibe. Does it fit the color? Kinda? Yeah, that's better. We have a bunch of cool new chairs. I am thinking maybe the one from the Jewel, not kit, Jewel pack. I forgot its name. Crystal Creations. That one. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That one's kind of cute. I think I want a plant there. Or maybe that's more something for the outside, so you can paint the beautiful landscape. Actually, woodworking table is also cool. I'll just place it downstairs for now and see what I want. Do we add a piano? I like this bookshelf. I like the idea to have some more to do for The Sims. I'm just lacking structure in the room, I think. I move this over a little bit to give this more space. It's not important that it's centered because these two are working together as a unit. And I think I don't want to stuff more big furniture items here because we have plenty. But we can maybe add another audio device up here. Maybe another radio. Hit this one right. I don't want to use different colors because it's more likely to me that they picked up the same device at the electronics store, kind of. And in this space, I'm not sure I want any curtains. I kind of like it open like this. I want a small plant somewhere, like on the piano, maybe. Yep, that's better. Only I want it on the right. So, we have all the rooms. We're gonna head on outside, but for that, I want the snow to be gone. So, hold on a second. There we go, no snow. I need to figure out a few things. And for that, I need to see the ground. For example, this whole situation here is dire. Gonna give it some stone. I will add a lot of flower bushes, I think, to mask certain things as well. Okay, now that we did the bare minimum of landscaping, before I add any more, I want to add the outside furniture. I kind of like the idea of having an outdoor grill. Something that looks like it can stay outside even in the weather. Probably this, honestly, because it is a vacation home. And I could see them having just this installed somewhere. Yeah, I kind of like that as like a barbecue spot. I really would love a German mailbox. And maybe for the non-winter month, like a little herb garden. And maybe I give it a little roof. I'm not sure. And then we use the ceiling tile here. Okay, see, so now we also have like a little herbal garden. That's gonna be nice. I think I'll leave it at that. I will not make a path here. Like no real path with stones and whatnot. I will just make a little a little footpath. And then trees. We also have to do something with the balconies. I think I want end tables too. Maybe I just use this one again. And then something here. We have this thing, this easel. But do I want something else? Because that looks kind of sad. If I look at it like this, looks kind of sad. Well, we ignore it. It's like, you know, when people say the back of my head is none of my business, the back of my house is none of my business. Just looks the way it looks. Yeah, maybe that's actually enough. Maybe I'm overdoing it right now. Yeah, I think I want to go back to winter. Okay, so here we are. This is our cabin in the German Alps. It's in a pretty classic traditional style, slightly old-fashioned. And currently it's winter, because this is supposed to be a winter Christmas build. So let's head on inside. This vacation home is supposed to be a cozy getaway for anyone from a family to a single sim to just a group of friends. It's mostly meant to relax, so the television is nothing fancy, but you get this old TV and an old video game console to go with it. But mostly you're meant to go hiking, to go experience nature, or sit by the fire and just, you know, dial down a little bit. You can listen to music, you can make yourself some hot chocolate. Yes, I made heavy use of the holiday items. This doormat is also part of that, it's adorable. It has a spacious kitchen. Again, if you come with friends or family, you all have room here. You can make hot tea or coffee, you can make waffles. It's all very traditional. It has this little window here where you can actually also give out things to the living room and just, you know, join the conversation while cooking. And it has its own door to the outside with a very quick walk to like a little outside gardening area, especially interesting for when you come in the summer though. And also a little outdoor cooking area. Now you eat in the kitchen and you game on the table in the hallway. You can also play a nice game of dart. There's also a bunch of board games in here. It's completely outfitted to have everything you need for a nice vacation. Upstairs is more entertainment. You have a bookcase here to read. You also have a piano here if your son wants to play, more music, and a desk. No computer, but you can bring your own computer. You can also decorate the space for Christmas, for example, if you spend your winter holiday here. You have an easel here to paint. The back patio also has a staircase, so you can actually enter the house from the downstairs level and the upstairs level. That is something a lot of traditional mountain cabins have, because A, they're oftentimes on mountainsides, so there's basically 2 ground levels, and B, also the snow. Sometimes the snow will pile up in ways that make the lower level hard to access. Now there's 2 bathrooms. They're semi-identical, so I quickly go here and then later show you the downstairs one. They're slightly old-fashioned, they're not the most modern ones, but they have everything you need, and the upstairs bathroom also has a bathtub by the window, so you can actually look out and see the sights while you're taking a hot bath. And right next to it is the group/children's bedroom. So if you come as a family, this is fully outfitted to have everything the kids need, and I really like the details on this activity table because it looks like they were foraging in the nature around the cabin. It has room for 2 kids, and it can also of course be used by adults because the beds are adult size. So next to it is a parental bedroom, or again just for a couple or a group of friends, whatever, you can also sleep here. It too has activities, like there's something to read here, and otherwise everything you need to store your clothes. I was trying to make this look like a vacation home that was owned by somebody who privately owns this and not by a company who makes this look all stylish. It has some seating outside here, so you can just, you know, relax with a beautiful view. And as promised, the downstairs bathroom, it's in a little add-on that probably in older times, you know, was a storage shed or something. It has a washer-dryer unit, and yeah, that's it. It's a small little hut, a small little cabin, but it's got what you need, including the tiny little old television. I placed little details throughout, like for example this menu item that in my mind is a little itinerary where the owner listed nearby restaurants and, you know, spots to go to. I also added a food bowl and a bed for a dog, because I can imagine that, especially if families come here, they might come with a family dog. Just, you know, in general, I wanted to make this feel like an actual vacation home and like somebody put thought into it. But also, like, this was just an old hut that somebody just, you know, outfitted as a vacation home when they themselves didn't want to live there anymore or something like this. On the outside, I can do woodwork here and just craft things. And I really think the lighting here is quite beautiful. Unfortunately, I can't color the underside of the rooftop, which is a shame. Just imagine that is wood colored. Maybe we'll get an update for that too, that we can't just paint ceilings but also roofs. That would be so nice. Yeah, until then, this is my cabin in the German Alps. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you have a great start in the new year. And I see you in the next video in 2025. Bye!